All right. Yeah. Now we just wait for people to get in here. Cat Mom 63, JJ's back. I hate when it does that. That irritates the crap right out of me. It's so weird. It's so weird when it does that. It doesn't make one lick of sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Very weird. Anyway, so we're going to go back to talking. I was talking about bees. So we're just going to jump right back in, kind of where we left off. Um, where I would like to be is I'd like to have 8 or 9 hives eventually, because we could process the honey, get the wax, have plenty of honey on stock on hand for us, and then be able to sell some as well. But is beekeeping more complex than most think? Sorry, coming in a bit late. No, Tess, you're fine. It is work. There is a learning curve. Absolutely, there's a learning curve. I think bees are fantastic. They're a lot of fun. I really enjoy the bees. I love having the honey. I'm going to tell you what, the crap that you buy in the grocery store compared to raw, unfiltered honey, um, nothing like it. No, I mean, literally will take like the comb, the honey, or with the wax, and just take the whole thing and put it in my mouth, suck the honey out, chew on the wax, and then and pull the wax out. How can you protect them so that they won't die? Well, what we're going to do two different things this year, Peter. Okay. And thank you for the question. But yeah, I just what we're going to end up doing this year, we're going to move the bees. So the bees are not going to be in the upper meadow anymore. We're going to put them back between Dave and Roy's place. There's an area. Hey, Pam, plant some fireweed flowers for the bees. You get the clearest, sweetest honey ever. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for that information. And thank you very much for the donation as well. I do appreciate that as well. Uh, but anyway, we're fireweed flowers. Would you send an email of that to me, Pam, so that I know what to go get? Because I'll plant some. I'll put some in. But you know, what am I going to do with all the wax? Good question, JJ. That can be used for candles, anything like that. I think that's the beeswax. There's so many different things that it can be used for, like a lip balm and all kinds of different stuff. But my kind of goal for the beeswax is candles right now. That's what I would like to use that for. So, like all the racks that you see that I have sitting outside that I'm letting the bees that are around clean up, I'm going to strip them of that wax and I'm going to save that wax as well. But anyway, you know, having a nice reserve of honey will be great. Like I said, we got a lot of honey here, and a lot. Like last year, everybody that was in the group got a honey bear. So the smaller honey bears. Now we have a surplus, I guess, if you want to call it that, of honey that we're just going to sit on. Again, it's another prep item, and it won't ever go bad. They pulled honey out of Tutankhamun's grave that was 2,000 years old, and it was still edible. So think about that. Could you imagine? Yeah, you can make soap from it. Yep, you can do that too. Oh, going back to how am I going to protect the bees? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be moving them from the upper meadow down behind Dave's, and before you get to Roy's spot where he goes in, there's a spot over there that doesn't get a lot of traffic. People aren't over there a lot, so it would be a really good spot, and it's going to be protected because it's a little bit lower down, so it's going to be more protected from the winds and the cold weather. And so that I'm going to do, and I'm thinking like when the winter comes and it's time for the bees to be hibernating for the winter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put like 2-inch styrofoam all around the outside of the hive, but keeping it open for the airflow, because you got to have the airflow. That's important. You got to have the airflow. So, are you keeping all four of your golden puppies? Yes, yes. All four of the puppies that are here are staying here now. I've already named them. I've already become very attached to all of them. And so, yes, all those puppies are staying here. But Okie Ford said we have our tornado shelter here. You would have to, I think. Isn't that kind of like um, an important thing, is to make sure that you have them? In those, especially if you're in an area that gets a lot of tornadoes like that, you would absolutely have to. Robert says use hog curtain. Never heard of that. We have bears down here, JJ. There's always bears, but do you worry about the bears coming in for the bee honey? Not really, Peter, because I mean, if they're going to come in and get a hive, they're going to get a hive anyway. You can put an electric fence around there, and it don't make no difference. The bear's going to go right straight through it if they're going to do it. So I think, and this is just my opinion, I don't know if it's a fact or not, but like I haven't lost any chickens to a predator, and I attribute that to her, because she's outside and her scent's all over the place, and she goes around that chicken coop all the time, and she's marking her territory. I honestly believe that we haven't lost any, because they can smell her and they know that there is a dog, a good sized dog, around. So I can't even imagine what it'll be like with five of them. So. Um, and like I said, it's with the puppies. The puppies are awesome. They're, like I said, I just love the crap out of them. I do. There's nothing like having them. They all come and they come up to me and jumping all over me, and I love that. I do. So, and like I said, they're fun. They're good pups. So, but yeah, it's just like I said, it's the whole thing is a process, and I have a pack now. If somebody had said to me at one point in my life, you're going to have five German Shepherds, I'd have been like, yeah, I don't think so. But it is what it is. I had only planned on keeping two, but, the gentleman that was going to buy the other two ended up having heart issues and wasn't able to buy them. And then at that point, I was like, well, they're already here, so I don't care. But oh yeah, like even the place that I have now, once they get to a certain point, the dogs, they'll all be inside with me. Don't It's not going to matter. They'll all be in here. I'll be stepping over dogs all the time, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't care. Like I said, I do. Like I said, I do enjoy them. Uh, let's see. Did Hella ever attack any critters on your property in New York or there yet? Um, well, Hella and the other two dogs, Caesar and Pandora, up in New York, they definitely took out a couple of chickens. They definitely did that. The chickens got out of their area and got into their run. They were toast. They took out a couple of chickens that way. So, but but yeah, it's Hella is a great mom. I called all my puppies baby too. Oh, I wish I had kept one or two. Maybe next time. Yeah, like I said, I enjoy the dogs. I didn't anticipate keeping four, so, but it is what it is, and they're all uniquely different, and so, but yeah, I'm looking forward to all of them, and like I said, just spending time with them and just see what happens. But hey, the garden life, the puppies have been eating their Wheaties. Yeah, they sure. Well, so what I've been doing with them every day, just so you guys know, and thank you very much for the donation to Garden Life. I do appreciate that as well. What I've been doing every day with the puppies, okay? When I feed them, um, they're getting an egg twice a day in their meal. So I always put an egg in their food, and I mean shell and everything, and they eat the shell and everything. Um, so And then I have the conch, and I fill that conch with peanut butter. And so they have that as another option to, first of all, try to get the peanut butter out. And so, and I'm making sure that they have plenty of food and all that type of stuff. So yeah, they're just, like I said, they're in good shape, but they're not starving, and they're getting plenty of exercise, which is important, getting to run around and do all that good stuff. She keeps taking them, and I think she's taking them down to the creek because they come back and they're soaking freaking wet. I mean, just absolutely. So she's not, but the puppies are. So I'm like, ay, ay, ay. But yeah, what are you gonna? And she's showing them the territory. She's showing them this is our area, so she knows what our territory is, and so. But yeah, it's just like I said, it's she's a great mom. She's been really really good with them. She corrects them when they need to be corrected, and and there's like the inner fighting with the puppies, and she doesn't put up with any of it. So. Oh, they don't stink though, David. Well, the one day they came back and they were covered in mud. I mean, just absolutely covered in mud. I was like, what is going on? I mean, but they dried off and it all came off. And so, but anyway, so, uh, but anyway, it's like I said, I do enjoy spending the time with them, and doing the different things. And, they're a lot of fun. Yeah, rabies are definitely a concern. So I definitely want to get them. They have clinics that they do. And so I got to find out when the clinic is, because you can go, like at Tractor Supply, they do the clinics, and you can bring the dogs in and get rabies shots. I definitely want them to have rabies shots. So if I don't do anything else, I want to do that. So, but I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't like vets. Don't like vets. They're the worst. They like I'll give an example of what, like, my neighbor has a dog, and he had like an abscess on its butt. Okay, or something was going on with the dog's butt, and they were like, oh well, if we're gonna need to do a surgery on a dog, and it was gonna be like $1,000. I mean, it's just like, too many times they pull on people's heartstrings because you love your animals, and you want the best for your animals. And so I'm going to give you an example of a thing that happened, and this was 100% true, and I was so freaking pissed. Okay, so freaking pissed. So I was doing some private duty work in a high-rise senior center, and the one lady, super super nice lady, had got a kitten. Okay, and so a lot of older people, if they have a small dog or if they have cats, that's their children. That's their children. And so she took it to the vet, and the vet was like, "Oh, it has this allergy, and the cat needs special food that you could only buy from the vet, right?" And it was all BS. It was a freaking cat. It was a kitten. It didn't need to be on this special diet, and they were scamming her. And that's what a lot. Not all. Please don't throw words in my mouth. I'm not saying all vets are like this, but a lot of vets take advantage of people, and I've seen it more often than not. And it really irritates the crap out of me. And I just, like, so here's another. I'll give you another example. Okay, so there was that one. So we had the dogs up in New York, and so we were going to get them fixed. We want to get them fixed, right? So you would think you can make an appointment at the vet, get them in, and get them fixed. Oh no, 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 no! They have to have their initial visit first, right? And it's $48 every time you walk into the door to the veterinarians. So you had to go in first with your healthy dog and let them look at it, make sure it's healthy, right? Make sure you got all these shots that they say that they have to have, right? So you had to do that first, and then you made your appointment to get the animal fixed. And they do the same thing with cats, and it's bull crap. And then, heaven forbid, you want to put your animal down. it's going to cost you a fortune taking that animal to the vet to have that animal put down, and that's BS as well. And it pisses me off. I'm not a big fan of veterinarians because they prey on your love for your animal, and that's it. Like I said, I've had animals my whole life, and here's the other thing I want you guys to think about. Before there was ever veterinarians, right? People had dogs, people had cats, right? Did they go spend a fortune getting them their shots and this and that and the other thing? No, they didn't do anything. The animal lived. It was, if it was healthy, it was great. If something happened, then the animal died and you went and got a new one. Uh, I mean, that may sound heartless, but the reality is you're going to live longer than your pet. That generally. So, I have a friend that if she wants her dog in doggy care, she has to get her dog the flu shot. No joke. That's nuts. That is insane. Yeah, and that's the whole thing with all of that. That's ridiculous. Winter Homestead. Thank you for sharing that. That just goes again to show you the way that it is. Yeah, nature took its course back in the old days. Absolutely. And natural selection. Exactly. You know. So, and again, $130 to have an injured dog put down the other day. Yeah, that's insane. That's insane, Okie Forge. Um, At West Virginia Department of Agriculture website offers free rabies through NSNAP in West. Okay, I'll have to look into that, JJ, because like I said, I want to get them all a rabies shot. If I don't do anything else, I want them all to have a rabies shot. So, but I went to Tractor Supply to get puppy shots, got wormer from online Tractor Supply too, and got a free rabies shot too. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Dawn Hill said cost me $200 3 years ago to have my dog put down. Yeah, isn't that nuts? That's nuts. And so when I put my sister's dog down, then I had to deal with what I had to deal with in New York. Like I said, would I do it again? In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, I'd do it again for somebody if they needed it done. The only difference is you'll never hear about it online. God. And I'm going to tell you what, I didn't want to put my sister's dog down. I don't like doing it. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I don't like doing it. But sometimes things are necessary. And when you grow up on a farm, you take care of things yourself. And that dog did not suffer one bit, never knew what happened, never knew what happened. So, and like I said, I get no joy out of it, no joy. But, sometimes things have to be done. And I will tell you this too. Let me put it this way too. When it comes her time, I won't be able to do it. Will not be able to do it. Can't be me. I may ask a neighbor to put her down for me, but I couldn't do it myself. Yeah, I just couldn't. So if it's somebody else's dog, and like I said, I've done that for people. You did the right thing, humane thing to do. Well, I mean, like I said, the dog didn't suffer. It never knew what hit it. So, but I can't talk about it online. Exactly, Peter. No, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was a big deal. And then when all that crap happened, and thank God everything got you know thrown out. But you know, like I said, and again, so why am I not a big fan of the police? I wonder why. Right? I mean, I understand the police are a necessary evil, but so many of them are on a power trip that it's insane. And so I mean, I'm always respectful of the police. I'm not trying to be thinking that I'm kind of some kind of tough guy with the police. I don't do any of that kind of crap. I just take care of my business and mind my own business and try to live my life. And I'm not doing anything illegal, so I don't worry about that type of stuff. It's not anything a sane human wants to do, but sometimes necessary. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, someone online turned me in, Don. Yep. Yep. And the best part about that, um, speaking of New Yorkers, and how about those swattings they are calling on Republicans too? Oh, yeah, all of that. It's just people are nuts. They're absolutely nuts. And I hope those people that do those swattings, I know one kid just got caught. I hope they throw him in jail for a long, long time because what they do that disrupts people's lives so badly, as you guys know, anybody that's watched this channel for any length of time, I've been swatted. Okay. And one of the first things that I did when I got down here, I went to the state police down here and said, listen, I am a YouTuber. I have been swatted before. It could happen again. I don't know. But I just want to put it, the Kardec, I guess I call it. So I said, this is my phone number. If you get any kind of call like that, you're going to know that it's probably BS. And, please call me first. So they already have a heads up, but I did that being proactive. Okay. Because, you know, somebody comes in here, especially in here, you know, I'm not expecting to have people come visit me, so, you always have to be careful and aware and stuff like that. So that's what it comes down to. But yeah, those people that do those swatting things, when they catch them, which they do catch a lot of them that do it, they get exactly what they deserve. But anyway, let's go back and talk about, the crap that's going on. Um, yeah, it was definitely, yeah. Well, it's being proactive, JJ. Putting out fires before fires start. That's what that's called. So, but well, and I'm gonna tell you what. The only thing that with that swatting that I was grateful for at the time when that happened, the kids were at their moms, and the only reason they were at their moms was because swatting. Peter, what swatting is when, like I'm doing a live stream and some moron calls the police, says that they're me, says that they've killed somebody and that they have a hostage, is what they did in my situation. They said I'd killed my wife and that I had a hostage tied up in the bathroom, and that when the police got there, I was going to kill the police. Okay, that's so they come out in full tactical gear, and they were calling, and so if they call on the phone, it's a blocked number. So I don't answer blocked numbers or restricted numbers, and so what ended up happening was I ended my live stream and my phone is like blowing up. So I answer the phone and they were like, this is the police. You need to come out of your place with your hands in the air. The police are out front of your place. So up there I was on a dead end road. So I go and I look out my window. That was before the greenhouse was there, and I can see the road and there's nobody at the road, right? So I'm like, listen, I said, I don't know who you're trying to play games with, but I'm not in the mood to play. Go play your games with somebody else. And I hung up the phone, right? Phone's ringing again, ringing again. I was talking to somebody else, talking about, oh, I'm getting this prank caller. And so they left a message, and I'm like, well, let me listen to this message. And I listened to the message, and the guy goes, this really is 911. If you call back the 911, we'll answer. And I'm like, now I'm going, what's going on here? So I called back the 911, and they were like, same mantra. You need to put your hands out, come out. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I go, what's going on here? Right? What is going on? And he goes, well, your voice is different from the one that called, so we're going to tell you. And what it was, somebody called, said they were me, said that I'd killed my wife, that I had a hostage, and that when the police came, I was going to kill the police. So the cops wouldn't come down my dead end road because there's no lights or nothing like that. They were afraid they were going to be ambushed. They were out on the main road. And so with talking with the dispatcher, we figured out really quickly that I was being swatted. Okay. And so what I still had to do, is, yeah, they send the SWAT team if it's a swatting, right? Exactly. So what I still had to do, I had to come out of my house, folks, and I had a flashlight in one hand, I had a light in one hand, and I had my phone in the other, and I had to come out of the house with my hands up like this, and then they came down the road And I told the dispatcher, because they're talking to the cops. I said, let them know that I have my phone in one hand, and that I have, a light in the other hand. So they come in and they're in full tactical gear, right? And so now it's a different situation. They don't think that I'm the perpetrator. They realize that I am the victim. And the cops were like, well, listen, we still have to clear everything to make sure there's nobody in there. And I'm like this, I'm like, go ahead. The kids weren't home, thank God. Heather had a dentist appointment on the Monday. So she had stayed. Nope, they never found out, Peter, who did it. Never found out. There was like a rash of being done. Politicians, YouTubers, all kinds of people were, and there's actually a website somewhere on the dark web, I believe, where they go, Prepper Nurse One swatted on XYZ date, and ha 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 ha. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just like I said, it's another level of games and it's insanity because they're trying to, because literally, if I thought somebody was playing games, I honestly almost went out of my house with a shotgun because I'm like, if somebody's out here and they're playing games, I'm going to be able to protect myself. Could you imagine? Right? Think about it, folks. Come out of my house with a shotgun looking to make sure that nobody's out there doing something stupid. And the cops would see me come out of the house with a shotgun and they would kill me, So not a nice thing. And people actually have been killed with swatting. So, it's a crazy, crazy world. It's just I've had CPS called on me twice when the kids were younger. So yeah, I mean it's a constant game where people try to screw with you, um, and try to mess with you. But the cops were really cool. I will tell you this right now. The cops were really cool about the whole situation. And so I'm very appreciative of that. They never put me in handcuffs. They realized really quickly that I was actually the victim. So yeah, cops are very trigger happy. Yeah, you think, right? So, but yeah, so that's crazy stuff, but it happened. That was many years ago now. Obviously, the kids are grown, so it was many years ago. But some people suck. Yeah, never could understand. Yeah, and I don't get it either. I really don't. Like I've told you guys in the past, there's channels out there um, in YouTube that I don't care for. Okay, so guess what I do? I don't watch their channel. I don't watch them because I don't like them. I don't like the way they sound. I don't like what they're doing, or whatever the case may be. There's only like one or two that I really don't care for. One in particular, and you will never ever hear me. Yeah, we'll do egg count here in just a minute, Jane. You'll never hear me coming on here and bashing them. I would never do that either because I don't think that's productive at all. Just because I don't like the channel means that somebody else might not like that channel. So I just choose as an adult not to participate in that channel. Watched it, go, yep, not for me, and I go on about my business. So first of all, we got 179 in the chat. We got 75 thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And I thank you ahead of time for that. It really does make a huge difference with the algorithms. So I do appreciate that. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get a lot of all notifications as well. So you guys will kind of understand why when somebody does their stupid stuff that they do in the chat here, right? Or they make a stupid comment and act like an a-hole on a channel. I have very little tolerance for that because I've dealt with so much crap because of being on YouTube that I'm just not putting up with it. Okay. And the thing is, and I will tell you this, 98% good interactions, 2% bad interactions. All right. So I've met some absolutely wonderful people, they just swatted the YouTube guy that impersonates Trump. Did they really? See, that's so stupid. So stupid. But again, I've met wonderful people because of YouTube. Like people in my group. All the people in my group watch the channel, and they contacted me when I decided to put this together down here. And I can honestly tell you, we're like a family now. We really truly are. So, it's just And my thing is this, do I give my political opinion? Yes, absolutely I do. Okay. It may not be what you believe, but guess what? I respect your right to believe what you want to believe. I don't expect anybody to agree 100% what my points of view are. I respect everybody's right to believe what they want to believe and do what they want to do as long as you respect mine as well. But, we don't live in a society like that anymore, sadly. Sadly, now people want to be like, this is it. And if you don't believe what I believe, then you're a horrible, terrible person, which is stupid. There's no room for debate anymore, which is just, it's hard. It's hard to deal with that. And it's hard as a alpha male, and I'm an alpha male. I mean, I'll admit it, I have no problem with that. Um, Dealing with weak-minded people in society, going out into society, and I look at some of these people and I go, how do you live? How are you surviving? Because they shouldn't be. Okay, they shouldn't be. It's very, but they live off the system. Everything's handed to them and given to them. And and I my entire life I've had to work for everything that I've gotten. And I never had a problem with that. Okay. I've never ever had a problem. I'm not complaining about that. But what happens in life is supposed to make you stronger so that you can handle um I don't think I could handle the stress of being a YouTuber. Oh, the hate that you get from certain people, it's unreal. It is unreal. So yeah, as a content creator, you definitely have to have a thick skin. So, like I tell people all the time, we're going to do egg count in just a second, I promise. I'm going to probably run over just because of the screw up with the stream, kicking off too, just so you guys know. Um, it's like my thing is you can say anything you want about me, okay? Say whatever you want to say about me. Just don't bring my family into it, especially my kids. That's one area that's a no-no because, and somebody said, "Oh, you're threatening people?" I said, "No, no. I'll find out who you are because there's ways. I don't care how slick you think you are. You talk about my kids, I could show up at your house and we'll have a discussion and we'll see what you want to run your mouth when I'm standing in your face. Like I said, you can call me anything. You can call me fat, stupid, bald. I could care less. I don't care. Don't make no difference to me because I've been called it all. It's like somebody, I had somebody one time say something, just, and I said, hey, I've been called worse by better. I don't care. Words are words, but don't attack people's children. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's do this. How many eggs today? And yes or no for Miss Betty White. So let you guys give you a minute, and we will go from there. We will do that right here in a moment. Give you guys just a minute. I'm going to get a drink of tea. And heaven forbid, guys, if you're a happy person, and I'm happy most of the time, I'll be honest with you. I'm a glass half full guy always. I'm always looking for the positive and the negative. Um, People can't stand that because they're so miserable and they're so unhappy. They can't stand somebody being happy, which to me, like if I had my neighbor come up and they go, "Oh my God, I just won the lottery," I'd be like, "Good for you." I'd be happy for them. I wouldn't be like, "Oh, well, I should have won the lottery. I need the money more." You know what? It is what it is. All right. If you had the same exact guess as Dust Devil with 3 eggs today, and yes for Miss Betty White, then you are 100% correct. So, congratulations to Dust Devil. You've won absolutely nothing, and you are happy about it. So, there we go. When you don't need other people, people don't like that. Don Hill says, I'm going to tell you, here's the funny thing. Um, I've been alone for a while now. And people can't stand that either. They're like, even my own family. Oh, we wish you would find somebody. Would I like to have somebody in my life? And I think I've talked about this. True, I would. If it was the right person. Do I need to have someone in my life? No, I don't. I am perfectly content. I have enough going on. I can be as busy as I want to be. I have my animals to keep me company, and they don't. Well, they do talk. I was gonna say they don't talk back, but yes, they do talk back. You have to like yourself. All right, that's number one. Nobody else. My mom had said this to me one time, way, way back, and I was going through some stuff. I was a kid. I was like 19, 20 years old. And she says, how can anyone else like you when you don't even like yourself? And that stuck with me, you know. And so I changed my perspective on things. There's a lot of advice I've gotten through the years. I had an uncle that really, really helped me process through some stuff. He was a psychologist, and him and I had a lot of conversations and talked about a lot of things, and he really helped me look at things. It's just like he's the reason, my uncle's the reason that I don't hate anybody, because I had so much hate in my heart for those two people that I had hate in my heart for, and he was the one that said to me, he said, they probably don't even think about you, so you're wasting that energy giving them power when they don't deserve it. And that's when he was like, you got to let it go. To be able to grow as a human being, you got to let that hate go. You don't have to forget. Okay, let me just be clear on that. You don't have to forget, and you don't have to put yourself back in a situation where people are going to take advantage of you again. Okay, but you got to let it go for you. And so when I let it go, and I never thought about that type of stuff again. And like I said, I'm a much happier person because of that. There's people that I don't care for that I've, through the years that I've either worked with or had to deal with. And my thing is this: if I don't like them, I just don't bother with them. I'm not going to engage with them. I'm not going to, sit down and have heartfelt conversations with them. I just don't bother with them because it's not worth the waste of my time. See, that's what you got to understand. This is your time. Your life is your time, and how you spend it is up to you. So if you're going to let yourself be filled with hatred, and all that type of stuff, it's only hurting you. And so for me, it's like, I take everybody on an individual basis. I don't care what religion you are. If you're a Satan worshiper, or if you're a born again Christian, or you're a Buddhist, or you're a Muslim, I don't care. It's not going to affect me in any way, what shape, or whatever. I don't care. You do you, and I'm going to do me. I don't care what color you are. Don't make no difference to me. If you're a decent person, you're a decent person. Because guess what, folks? A-holes come in all colors, all colors. So like I said, my philosophy in life is this: I treat people the way that I want to be treated until they prove to me they don't deserve to be treated that way. And when they do that, right? When they do that, then I just don't bother with them because I'm not going to waste my time. You know, there's another old saying, and somebody screws you over, right? So somebody screws you over. Shame on them. If you give them an opportunity to screw you over a second time, shame on you. Okay. Nobody ever gets a second opportunity to screw me a second time. You get one shot. You get one shot. And I trust people until they prove to me they don't deserve to be trusted. And, I give everybody that opportunity. Hello. So now she makes her appearance, which is good. So, but anyway, but yeah, like I said, I always tell people this: life is what you make it. It can be a great experience or it can be a miserable experience. It's completely up to you. Do you believe the saying, once a cheater, always a cheater? Absolutely, Tony. Absolutely. So here's the thing: is when somebody's a cheater, okay, and if you're in a relationship and your spouse cheats, that's the first time they got caught. Remember that, okay? That's the first time they got caught. Maybe you trusted them, and I think in any relationship you have to. But yeah, a cheater's going to cheat. Opportunities are going to come up. They're going to do what they're going to do. So Have you ever just followed Helen the puppies to see where they go? Oh, I know where they go. No, I know where they go. So, but yeah, I do believe once a cheater, always a cheater. That's me. I would never, once you've broken that trust, you know, you don't get a chance to do it to me again. So, but if you can't trust the person that you're with, you shouldn't be with them. You know, you shouldn't be with them. And if somebody here's an old saying also. Usually, the person in a relationship that is accusing the other person of cheating, right? They're generally the cheater. I don't know if you guys knew that too, but that's generally. Come on, now, stop, stop, stop. Very soon, I'll let you out soon. Um, Remember this: if they will cheat with you, they will cheat on you. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I was seeing somebody one time, um, and she was cheating. Okay, now I wasn't cheating; she was cheating. Right? And then she's like, "Yeah, I want to be with you." And I'm like, "Oh no, 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 no," because again, just like he just said, Okie Forge just said it. I knew she's a cheater. All right, I'm not cheating. She's cheating. If she would cheat on whoever she was with to spend time with me, she would cheat on me eventually. So yeah, I absolutely no. Nope, nope, nope. That never happened. I'm like, no, I don't think so. So yeah, life is interesting, folks. It really, really is. I'm not perfect. I don't even begin to think that I'm perfect in any way, shape, or form. I have a twisted view on certain things, but I have a moral code that I live by, and try to live by it. So, but like I said again, it's all about respect at the end of the day. So, anyway, guys, I am going to jump off. Keep prepping. I hope you guys are going to have a great weekend. I will be live streaming on Sunday, so I look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. And keep rocking stuff out. Now, see, now our forecast. I would tell you this too. Our forecast completely changed. Tomorrow, initially, we were supposed to have like a 73% chance of rain for tomorrow. Now it's down to 11% for tomorrow. Sunday was supposed to be 96% chance of rain on Sunday. Now it's down to like 73%. So after all I've been through in my married life, I will never marry again. I don't blame you, Tony. Sometimes your heart only can give so much. That's the way I look at it. Your heart can only give so much. And I'm the type of person, I'm all or I am nothing. There is no in between. So if I'm with somebody, they get all of me. And that's it. And so, when it's over, it's over. So you never stop caring, but you're smart enough. You hope that you learn. So anyway, guys, be safe, keep prepping, take care of your business. Like I said again, I think when the other shoe does drop, it's going to drop hard, and we just need to be as ready as we can be for that. So be good. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.